with this. If it feels like that, a lot of things happening in your business, and if your business feels like a roller coaster right now, and you are thinking about why it's not working, because like we often get attached to our strategies that we like that used to work for us, or that brought us many customers. But the truth is, as entrepreneurs, we can't really get comfortable with just one messaging, one strategy, because the only constant in entrepreneurship is the change. Like it is, in fact, the change. And uh, when we see the market shifts, when we see the human behavior changes, like we have to adapt with that to it. And also, it is important to understand, that no matter if the market is good or a market is bad, business is cyclical and business is seasonal. So you gotta have the seasonal flow regardless of the economy. Because I know entrepreneurs who are having seasonal flow right now, regardless of the economy. And you gotta have a seasons of slowdown and maintenance. And if your nervous system is not able to peacefully navigate those two like very different seasons, then this life stream is like really for you. So the problem is that the market changes and that behavior changes and audience is changing, right? And sometimes we drop in this self-doubt when we think about, am I the right provider? Am I the right provider for my audience? Because I'm teaching people how to succeed. I'm teaching people how to succeed in their businesses. I'm teaching people how to succeed in their careers. I'm teaching other brands how to be sold out at the stores. But if I am in the season when it's difficult, if I am in the season when it's not working out for me quite as I expected, am I still the most qualified person to actually choose that? So let me know if it resonates. Drop me in the comments if it resonates, because uh, I'm here to tell you that if you're going through a difficult season right now and you're like you're thinking that the strategy that used to work really well is not working, or you're trying different things, you're tweaking different things, you are changing the formats of your delivery, you're changing the messaging, you're changing a lot of things, and nothing is landing, nothing is working, and you're questioning yourself, am I still the best person? Am I qualified to be here? My answer for you is yes, you absolutely qualified to be here because of your difficulties, because of what you went through. That is why you are exactly the qualified person for the job. This is exactly why you should be doing what you're doing right now, because in the season, like, here's the thing, in the season when it's not easy for us, we are actually growing and we are learning the skill. We are learning the skill not just from a coach, not just from a another course. We're learning life skills that we can furthermore interpret in our practices, in our businesses, teach other people how to actually do that, and how to actually do that really, really well. So like the question is, yes, you are qualified. So what do we do? Like, if only constant is to change, if we can rely heavily on the same messaging throughout the years, throughout the life of our business, what shall we do now? What shall we do now? How can we succeed? How can we move forward? So, number one, I think the truth is, you're like, when there is a difficulty, and or when your messaging stops resonating with your audience, this is not an overnight change. This is the change that was happening probably 3-4 months before it actually happened. This is why you should do quarterly check-ins with your business. Every quarter, you do the check-in with your business. How your business is performing. Is your business doing what it's supposed to do? Like that, and that is essential because what you don't want to do as an entrepreneur, you don't want to start getting working on the same thing quarter after quarter, and your messaging and your offer and your basically died, and you are selling the dead offer, and you are selling like you're utilizing adapt marketing because if your marketing, if your strategy, how you use it right here, right now is not working, it's time to make incremental changes and start testing things. Entrepreneurship is always test. Listen, I've been through so many coaching programs, and I've been in the coaching program how to utilize LinkedIn, and I at this point I've been using LinkedIn for so many years, and even before that coaching program, LinkedIn was an amazing platform. But one thing that I understand that every single program that I went through, LinkedIn, or how to do launches through live streams, or how like other business mentorship program, they teach you a particular framework, they teach you a particular skill set, but they don't teach you how to test the market. They don't teach you how to adjust your strategy, how to adjust how you move every single quarter, because the market is changing every single quarter. They're not teaching you how to market when the world, that when it feels like the world is on fire, when a lot of heavy things happening, when there is a litigation happening, or like when there's a law sign in that like here recently, that will essentially or might essentially affect small businesses, and people's attention shift when there is when there's a lot of political activity, right? When there's a lot of suffering collectively in the world, they don't teach you how you adjust your marketing, how you reconnect with your customer, and you keep deploying the same strategy that used to work for you maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, and it's not hitting the same anymore. And it's not quite hitting the same anymore. And the reason why it is not hitting the same anymore, because again, our messaging is has to evolve. Our man, and I I'm I'm sure that you heard that before, but your messaging should be rooted in the identity of who they want to become, who they want to become. And the second moment, like your message has to fit the exact context where your customer is at, because you might have the right message, you might have the right offer, you might have the right value, you might have the right positioning, but the problem with that is that the context of what is happening with your prospect at this given moment is missing. Let me know in the comments if you ever been in the launch, or if you ever been in like seeing the content from creators, and you think, yeah, it's a good content, but that person doesn't really feel me right now. Like, yes, I understand what they're saying, like beautiful message, but this is not where I'm at right now. And often when we are marketing in the environment when everything is shifting literally every month, it is essential for us to really get a grip and understand the context of your prospect, of your audience. And if you're not addressing context of in your messaging, then your messaging might land flat. And again, with entrepreneurship, everything is a test. Your platform, your main platform that you selected for you to use and that brought a lot of customers, guess what? It is a test, and it's a successful test. And every single quarter, you will get the data that whether or not your chosen methodology, your chosen platform is working for you or not. And there will be seasons when you might want to test different things and different platforms, or adding platforms or removing platforms, because also the social media is changing literally every single month. And certain social media channels may not be the ideal channels for you over time, and vice versa. Certain social media channels may actually be your channels over time. And again, everything is a test. The methodology that you study in your coaching program, the thing that you study, it is a test. And you have to be a student of your business at the end of the day. And this is why when we talk about support, as an entrepreneur, like after growing in my business, after understanding that like there's no magic formula that like that you need to do, there's no like a certain amount of live streams that I have to do, there's no like a secret content formula that I have to follow, regardless what other business coaches say. Everything is a test. I have to test it and get the data and move with the data, right? And as soon as we like get reconciliation with that, and as soon as we understand that uh I need support, not necessarily learning another strategy or adding more strategy. I need support in testing different things in my business. And guess what? The time of crisis, when the economy slows down, this is the perfect time for you to test and come up with your own framework, because this is when it's happening. Because this is when you gonna see the most return on your investment. And in order to innovate, in order to test, it's really essential to regulate your nervous system. And when we talk about regulating your nervous system, there's a big misconception in our industry. We think that regulating your nervous system is like this sense of peace and calm, and when you feel and when you feel zen. This is not correct. I would say this is bullshit. Nervous system regulation is not feeling good. Nervous system regulation is when you utilize your nervous system according to the situation, according to the circumstance. This is the nervous system regulation. This is the nervous system regulation, nothing else. If you in your business see the red flags, if you see that you need to do something right now, or maybe 6 months from now, you will have to make a really tough decisions. You either will run out of money to pay your team, or pay yourself, or pay your bills. Like, this is probably not the time to be heavily meditated. And yes, meditation is important. You should do practices. You should reconnect with yourself. You should, like, this is the time when you reconnect with your spiritual self. But again, this is where you're utilizing your nervous system, and you are moving accordingly. You are using that mental energy. Like, yes, danger. What do you do during danger? You're looking for safety. Like, you're adjusting your methodology so like it is safer in your business. You're regaining income. You have the money to pay yourself, right? This is not the time to be absolutely zen. And like, here's like, when I say here, this is not the time to be absolutely zen, I'm talking about faking the peace that you don't really have. It's like pretending that the problem is not really here. This is not what I mean. Be like utilizing your nervous system as being at peace, in awareness that, like, okay, right now is a difficult season. Right now is not the season to relax. Right now is the season to action, to put maximum action. This is the season when I'm maximizing my effort. And the best example of maximizing my effort, I would ask myself within 24 hours what I can possibly do to close the income gap in my business, so in 24 hours I can actually land clients that will fix immediate need, immediate hemorrhage in my business. This is maximum effort, and you do it from a very level assessment, from the very leveled nervous system. This is not when you this is not when you are delusional in a bad way, that like, oh, like I just have to trust God. I just need to surrender. Like surrendering it, look when like when you say that and you're not acting, God is literally looking at you and think, well, like I literally just did this. I literally just brought that challenge to you so you can expand your vessel, so you can expand yourself, and you can act accordingly. And this is essential. Like, let me know if it resonates, by the way, as you're joining the live stream. Let me know what resonates with you. And also similarly, right, like this is when your vessel is expanding. And similarly, right, when you're expanding your awareness, right, where are you at? Like, are you in the safe zone? Are you not in the safe zone? uh Over time you might realize, okay, I have the cash flow. Okay, if my income stops right now, this is my safety zone. Let's say, like, and like this is very essential for us to know, what is your safety zone. What is your safety zone? If you didn't have to make another purchase for how many months, how many weeks, how many months, how many years, what is your safety zone? They're like, okay, this is my safety zone. I have enough money in my bank account to experiment and actually do move out of congruency and stop chasing, stop chasing the the next level of success, and just let it come to you. And it's another part of nervous system regulation, because when you constantly running, when you constantly pushing, regardless if there are red flags, regardless if it is the season of maximum effort, or when it's flowing, maybe it's a different season. Maybe it's a season of safety. Maybe it's a season of when you keep the momentum going. When you keep the momentum going and you're making enough resources, you are getting enough money, you are getting enough clients, you are getting enough recurring revenue in your business. So when it slows down, you can relax and you can say, you know what? During my momentum, I was working really hard. I'm safe now. I can absolutely relax. This is the nervous system regulation. You cannot test when you are in in disarray, or when you when you are very reactive. This is when I say, when I work with my clients, this is essential part of my coaching, and this is a essential part of my work that I'm doing with my clients. I help them to actually not make a decision, not from being reactive, but actually look at the data. Actually look, is it motivated by fear? Is it motivated by mental blockages? Is it motivated by the lack of skill, or dismotivated, or whatever it is? Or is it is it in alignment with your business? Is it in alignment with the season of the business you are in? That's another part. That's a pro, and that's another thing. And if I was looking for support right now, if I was looking for support right now, again, I would be looking for a coach, for a mentor who would be doing the work with me, who would be teaching me how to adapt and pivot and how to test and what information to look forward. Listen, when I like normally when I work with clients, well, this is the historical data. Within 3 months, we identify the gaps in the messaging, the gaps in the offer, the gaps in the marketing channels and social selling. We identify what we need to like, either what we have to stop doing immediately. Maybe there are certain things that we're doing online repelling the clients. Another thing, what we need to start doing immediately. And we also doing like really deep dive on the messaging based on the market research. Like I help my clients to conduct market research, um, in various forms. And this is like, and within 3 months, what I'm usually see within 90 days, within 3 months, people start getting momentum. And this is how my container booked and sold out when entrepreneurs can get the momentum to sell the offer, to make more sales, to adjust and pivot their messaging with a regulated nervous system. Because listen, this shit is hard, and when you're gaining momentum, you need that kind of support. A person who can provide a space, like to strategize and actually move in alignment, not in fear. And in this period of 3 months, we normally work on the sales calls. We work on marketing, how to attract those sales calls, how to start conversations, how to utilize social media, how to do social selling, how to connect, how to build trust during trust recession right now. Because uh, my biggest and best client, who was absolutely fantastically profitable, he was hitting all of his goals during 2024 when the market was absolutely shifting, the trust was crashing, and a lot of business owners were actually noticing the slowdown. But my client actually grew during during that season. And again, we didn't do anything crazy. We didn't do anything extraneous. We just leverage his unique ability, very deep market research, um, align sales calls, and align networking. And then we just, after 3 months, we just figured out, oh, okay, for this particular client, he needs to go to conferences. He needs to speak on stages to let more clients, because that was the way during 2024 when everybody was saying, hey, the sales are slowing down, my business is slowing down, and the market shifts. And that was absolutely true. But also the opposite was true, because not for everybody it was a slow season. Not for everybody it was difficult to sell. So listen, if you're looking for a momentum in your business and you're building up to that momentum, DM me booked and sold out, and I will tell you more information about my container booked and sold out. All of my containers, they're one-on-one containers. Book and sold out, and build the way you love. Build the way you love as a year long container, specifically dedicated when you already have a momentum and you want to leverage that momentum in a smart way. And this is where, like at the beginning of the live stream, I said, hey, like you should do quarterly check-ins. And this is like very hands-on business strategy, business consulting, business coaching, all in three ones when we do very close check-ins with each other, and we actually having sale coaching calls every other week, and build the way you love in book and sold out. We do like it's an intensive. We do coaching every week because within 3 months we are working on the momentum. This is the like book and sold out is the maximum effort that you need to put in your business, with the maximum level of support to put your messaging, to put your marketing into, so your marketing actually works for you. So send me book and sold out if you're interested in my intensive, if you need to get the momentum today, if you and if you need to test your business from a level place, when you're level and you are in like when in you are in congruence, that is essential. All right, thank you so much everybody for hanging out with me. And I will see you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the funnel, how to make your funnel work for you. All right. Bye, y'all.